One of our core tenets of development is that code is read more than it's written. To that end, we must make sure our code is as easy to read and understand as possible. No one writes perfect code on the first try, so it's important that we continually refine our code so it's easier for the next developer to read, even if we're the next developer. In this video, we're going to discuss what the extract function refactor is, what code smells are an indication to use it, and then work through an example in PHP. Hello developers and welcome to PHP Developers TV, your home for everything you need to know to be a knowledgeable PHP developer. I'm your host, Scott Keck-Warren. Code smell. We should use the extract function refactoring when we have code that's duplicated in multiple places, or when we can isolate a portion of a larger method to make multiple methods. Duplicate code is less than ideal in our code base, because this duplication causes us to maintain the same logic twice, and it's easy for us to not update all of the duplicate code, which can cause odd bugs to enter our code base. Now, large methods can be hard to define. Some people have a hard limit for their teams, while others say it needs to fit on a single screen. The logic of what can fit inside of a single screen is a fun concept now that some people use their monitors in a vertical orientation. A good rule to use is that a function should be as small as possible while still being easy to read. Small functions are easier to test and debug, as they generally only have a few paths. What is the extract function code refactoring? In this technique, we'll take a section of code and make it a new function. To perform this refactoring, we will copy the section of code we're extracting and then paste it into a new method. Look for any local variables and add them as parameters to the method. Replace the extracted code with a call to the newly created method. Run our tests and make sure they all pass. And then look for places where we can use the newly extracted function. Example. Let's work through an example. Our code base contains the following function. Because we're using intention revealing names, we can tell that we're going to be rebuilding estimates based on our incomplete task, but it's hard to quickly parse exactly what part of the function does what. Let's extract a new function that calculates the total of a set of tasks. Our first step is to copy the section of code we're extracting and then paste it into a new method. Our next step is to look for any local variables and add them as parameters to the method. Finally, we're going to replace the extracted code with a call to the newly created method. Next, we'll run our tests and make sure they pass. Finally, we'll look for places where we can use the newly extracted method. In this case, we don't have anywhere that we can reuse this method, but it could come in handy in the future. What you need to know. The extract function refactoring allows us to extract code from one function into a new one. This reduces duplication and improves readability. As always, thank you for watching our video. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like, as it does help others find us. Do you want to help support the channel? Support us on Patreon. We would love it, and we'll include your name in our list of supporters in each video. This is Scott Keck-Warren for PHP Developers TV signing off, and reminding you to keep coding.